The war in Iran increased food costs, worsening conditions for thousands of food insecure people in Toronto, relying on its largest food bank. Food bank visits have surged since COVID-19 pandemic began rising, with gas prices now making food delivery 50 cents more expensive per liter, according to Neil Hellingston, CEO of the Daily Bread Food Bank. Here's some more on that story right here.
The war in has become the latest shock, piling pressure on Toronto's food banks, where usage has already hit record highs. The city's largest provider says visits have soared since the pandemic and are climbing again in 2026 as global disruptions push costs up and supplies down. CEO told that more than 920,000 visits to member food banks have been registered since the year began, already exceeding last year's pace. A key strain came when a vessel carrying rice for food bank operations was struck near Iran, delaying shipments and tightening a staple that many clients rely on. That incident lands on top of an already dire baseline. Daily Bread's report documented 4.1 million visits in 2025, an all-time high and a 340% increase since 2019. More than half of respondents now visit 3 or more times a month, up from 43% a year earlier, and over 1 in 10 Torontonians rely on food banks. And will release the 2025 edition on October 27th, with stressing that every food bank visit is a policy failure. Executive Director put it bluntly, "This isn't just a crisis of food, it's a crisis of income, housing, and affordability." The Iran conflict is amplifying those structural problems. Higher fuel prices, up roughly 50 cents per liter, are inflating delivery costs across Daily Bread's network of more than 200 programs. Globally, warns the war could push an extra 45 million people into acute hunger by June as food, oil, and shipping costs rise. For Toronto, that means more expensive procurement, more clients, and thinner buffers.